chilling with CuZo. It's been a minute. Um, man, about to be another year around the sun. Um, done at 28. Feel pretty good. Um, I'm grateful for getting older. Um, yeah, a lot of people try to shame that shit, but I don't really care about that. I'm grateful to get older. So yeah, it's a dope feeling. Um, but as far as my mental, it's pretty good. I can't complain about it. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, pretty legit. You a lot has happened as far as news. Know what I'm saying? Got a new pope. Um, they say Dirt was never gonna get out. He out on bond, I think. Right? Um, the Diddy trial started. You know, damn boy, Diddy in some mess. That's crazy. Uh, wow. Day two. You know what I'm saying? There's already a lot of stuff going on. Um, ooh. Man. Oh yeah, NBA playoffs. The Knicks up 3-1 on the Celtics. The Knicks ain't really been, you know, moving like that in the playoffs in a minute. Jeez. President Trump still tripping. Um, just so much. It's quite annoying. But it's America. We always gonna have some news. All day, every day. Oh, wait. Yeah. Well, content already. Look at that.
The 2012 XXL freshman class is pretty insane in retrospect. Over 10 years later, it's interesting to see how different stylistic worlds collided on this cover, and how many of these guys blew up after this list. Despite not being in the limelight, Don Tripp has held on to a decent audience with his frequent output. Kid Ink's albums My Own Lane and Full Speed were everywhere back in the day, but lately I haven't heard much. Roscoe Dash was accused of being a Lyft driver at one point, but I'm unfamiliar with his recent music. I can't lie, the rest of this list are some heavy hitters. Danny Brown solidified himself as one of the greatest alive with back-to-back amazing releases. Hate him or love him, Hobson cringed himself up
I ain't gonna lie. I did like some Danny Brown.
to a very solid
Hobson was nice too.
independent status. Iggy Azalea recently sold her entire catalog in an 8-figure deal. That's pretty good. Macklemore famously robbed Kendrick of a Grammy, but he's also robbed us of good music for years. MGK successfully.
So did Macklemore just stop making music after that? Like completely? Like honestly, like did he just stop making music? I liked him, bro. He was good.
Which genres after unsuccessfully beefing Eminem? French Montana made a massive career by piggybacking off of other rappers' names. Absolute feat in marketing. And Future went from an outcast to a trend-setting music icon. The 2012 XXL freshman.
Damn, that makes sense. But still, it's like Future, the only one that really survived. Well, Future music, far. I can't cap. Nas was doing something. Lil Nas X was doing some crazy stuff. You know. The streamer university thing, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. But he might make some. I gotta give Kata credit. He's very creative, so we'll see what he make out of this. But I mean, hey, 999,000 views. Hey, can't get mad at it.
Bro.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was doing this album, I told the producer, wait, which part of this song
Do you think
on TikTok?
Yeah.
Saying, oh no, I might go Chris Brown house tonight.
Right.
We gonna do it.
Oh, really though?
Yeah, me and him we gonna do the challenge.
Oh.
Because like and that's just generational change.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every artist, you have your managers, you got your publicist, you have your even down to your security.
Mm-hmm.
But the truth is that every artist should know what they want.
Right.
You should be in charge. Do you understand? Because if everything go left, it's you.
Right.
So all that nonchalant attitude, and that's why I said, I've lived in both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Today I can be like, yeah, man, I'm on my American shit.
Yeah.
And then as I'm doing that, I get slapped in the head by the other. Yeah, African man. Right. Respect yourself. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh.
I bet you £100.
£100.
I don't think he was dissing them though. Y'all gotta work on y'all what's it called? The title of y'all videos. I mean, you got me to click it, so I guess it was strategic. My boy 10K Martin, right? Or is it just K Martin? Who knows? But Buddy can't cook.
Communication is an essential part of my job. That's why I use Grammarly, an AI partner trusted by millions of professionals that helps me improve my.
I'm probably gonna like 5 minutes of this shit. Because he has a tendency to cause me to rage. I don't feel like raging at all.
Real quick intermission. I'm gonna try to see how fast I can make this spin. No, all right, never mind. All right, we're just gonna stop that. So look, what's good, y'all? Welcome back. Actually, type shit. What's good, y'all? So look, welcome to my video. Type shit. My bad, I'm kind of nervous.
I think the nigga just needed to just start, bro. Just start.
Gotta get used to talking about some of the most viral and the most viewed desserts. You feel me? Like today, I want all the diabetes. That's what I got. Like, give me all the diabetes. Give me all the cavities. Give it to me. No D. Yeah. But look though, I'm gonna be trying some of the most viewed and the most popular dessert recipes, and I'm gonna try to make it. And I'm gonna try to make them perfect. I'm gonna try to make it like exactly how they make it, so like it can taste perfect. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go into it.
I feel like that was killing my ears.
You only need 2 ingredients to make this mango sorbet. So
Not good. Yo. Bro, real talk.
Gotta try it.
What's my favorite food? Is it? I don't know what's my favorite food, but I give you top 3. Mangoes, grapes. We'll say banana, but that's kind of AO. Mangoes, grapes. That body. I will say strawberries, but strawberries are high key overrated.
But I thought you were supposed to be putting the fruit or the sorbet back in the shell. You can't do a banana and then try to put it back in a peel. Yeah, you can't do it.
I love mangoes. With that being said, I love pineapples. So mango, grapes, and pineapples. My favorite fruits. Let's get back to the video. I love mangoes. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're gonna scoop out the flesh.
All right.
Make sure you keep the mango skins because we're gonna put the sorbet in it later. Put your mangoes on the tray. I'm gonna put these in the freezer for a couple of hours until they're completely frozen. Let's blend it up. Make sure it's nice and frozen, otherwise it's not gonna work. Add a little honey for sweetness, and let's blend. Flip it until it's nice and smooth. It's perfectly smooth. Look at it. Look at that texture.
No cap.
That's
I'm gonna
simple.
make that.
That's simple as hell. Why did I think she did like some complicated?
Did I even say? I kind of feel like I fucked up saying I'm gonna go make that. Like, all right, y'all. So look, I got my mangoes, but we might have a problem. I low key might have, or I might have not let it sit in the fridge. Like, I low key put this in the fridge. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I put this in the fridge the other day when I bought it, and I just like let it sit in the fridge overnight. And, like, I don't know if I'm supposed to do that with mangoes. Oh well, though. That's not the point. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this mango. Cut it.
What the fuck was he even saying? What the hell was bro even saying? I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be having moments like that where I get a little tongue tied and everything I say is not fluff. It sound like that. Come out like that sometimes.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Let me tell y'all, bro. The one thing I hate about mangoes, bro, is this fat ass seed they been having.
Why? What? Because I know the camera on like a stand, but there needs to be somebody with him. He tried to split it and oh my god.
In the middle of it, bro. Like, bro,
I mean, he did it, so.
mangoes would be the perfect fruit if they didn't have this fat ass seed in the middle of it. I ain't gonna lie, the fact that I cut the seed is kind of crazy. look at it, bro. But look, so let me get a cup.
Split it in half.
All right, so look, I'm gonna need to go ahead and just pretty much just like take the seed out. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's safe for me to do it like this. I don't know. I'm kind of scared. You know, bro, fuck it, bro. I'm just gonna go ahead and just try to put the mango inside of here, and like whenever the seed fall in here, I just get the seed and like put it in the trash, type shit. You feel me? But yeah, let's go ahead and try to put my mangoes in here. Damn, bitch. My nigga, can you go? Damn. No cap. I'm just gonna cut this like this.
So why the you see why didn't you?
Pretty much scoop it out like yeah. Boom.
Put your mangoes on the tray.
Yeah, that shit completely
I'm gonna put these
wrong.
in the freezer for a couple hours until they're completely frozen.
Okay. Well, that's pretty simple enough. So, yep. Let's go ahead and cut them out here. Let's chop them up. Y'all, check this out, man. I don't have parchment paper, so I put foil inside of a baking pan.
Why did he cut it like that?
Well, that's pretty simple enough. So, yep. Let's go ahead and cut them out here. Let's chop them up. Y'all, check this out, man. I don't have parchment paper, so I put foil inside of a baking pan, and hopefully that's good enough. Hopefully the mangoes don't get stuck to the foil, bro. All right, now I'm gonna put it in the freezer for like a little bit, so like it can get hard and frozen. And yeah, type shit.
One eternity
You gotta stop saying that shit now.
later.
All right, y'all. So look, my mangoes are hard, rock solid. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it inside my food processor. Let's go ahead and blend it.
Oh fuck. Almost fucked the blade up.
Well, damn.
He didn't add no honey.
All right, y'all. My sorbet mango is ready. All I need to do is
She said until smooth, nigga. What?
pretty much just put it inside of here. You feel me? All right, y'all. Boom. Here go my mango sorbet.
Why does he do everything wrong? Why does everything come out wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it mean. The
What the
texture of it
fuck?
isn't like the girls, but I think I did a good job.
What the fuck?
I love
Well,
this. Not gonna lie, I really love this, bro. I think like no cap, I might mess around and start making this on a daily basis, bro. Cause look,
hold on.
this tastes
Did he put honey in it?
Go ahead and sign my food processor.
No.
On a daily basis, bro. Cause look, this tastes really good and it's healthy, bro. I feel like this would be like the perfect alternative to like eating ice cream if you're like on a weight loss journey.
These blondies are way too easy not to make and ridiculously
Nigga, what? This nigga calling it blondies.
good. One stick.
The nigga don't know what blondies are. Man, it ain't even just that. It's just okay, fuck it. Oh my god. If you don't know what they are, I know you finna fuck this recipe up.
Melted butter, 1.5 cups brown sugar, and cream it together till it's nice and fluffy. Crack in 2 eggs and a huge dash of vanilla. Then stir in a half teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 cups of flour. Then stir in a cup of chocolate. Plop that into a baking tray and bake.
I don't even think my computer wanted me to watch that. That's crazy. I don't like how that just happened. I ain't gonna lie, that's what it be sometimes. Bro. These computers be fucking up. Cause you ever just laugh so you just don't like, crash out a little bit. Cause it's like I could be mad, but just just choose to laugh, dog. Sometimes. No, every time. Every time. I think I'm learning that now. Just laugh. Okay.
Half teaspoon of baking powder, a half teaspoon of salt, and 1.5 cups of flour. Then stir in a cup of chocolate. Plop that into a baking tray and bake at 350 until it's nice and golden. And nobody knows how easy they are to make.
That's my nigga. That's a cookie. Nigga, that's a cookie.
Yo! When your pitch change like that, boy, tap in, boy.
My nigga done made cookie
What the
brownies.
fuck? Tapped in on the full what the fuck. That's what that is. When your voice pitch up like that, my god.
I'm gonna go make that.
But that's a cookie, bro.
All right, y'all. So look, I got my
And brownie
melted butter. God damn, bro. Hold on. Hey, am I too tall to be in my own camera?
Nah, it's just this part. This part mean as hell. Cranium.
I really like 6'7" type shit. But look, let's go ahead and add my butter in here, bro.
1.5 cups brown sugar. And cream it together till it's nice and fluffy.
All right. I'm gonna need to get
Till it's nice and fluffy, man. Please don't go in with this clumpy shit.
half a cup of brown sugar. Yo, bro. This brown sugar, bro, this shit hard as fucking rocks, bro. Like, look at this, bro. This shit's a rock.
Rock.
But, hold on. What if I just, like, got this shit? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This shit too strong. Fuck it, bro. I'm gonna try to add it in here. Let's add though. But I low-key kind of feel like I need to put this brown sugar in a blender, bro. That's how hard it is, bro. This shit is dead ass and just chunks, bro. Bro, look at it, bro. This shit is in chunks, bro. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and just add it in this bitch. All right, let's go ahead and just start mixing it up, bro, until it's like nice. God damn, these fucking rock chunks are so hard, bro. But yeah, let's mix it up until it's nice and fluffy. These chunks is dead ass rocks, bro.
Bro, mix that shit, ho.
Not gonna lie, bro. I'm just gonna go ahead and add my eggs, bro. Fuck it, bro. Fuck it, bro. The eggs might fuck around and just make it easier to like break apart these hard ass fucking rocks of fucking brown sugar, bro. Hopefully, bro, this can
Yeah,
break
that is
apart
hard.
these fat ass chunks
He cracked that motherfucker hard as shit.
of rock, my nigga. Not gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I high key just want to get new brown sugar and just say fuck it, bro. Cause this, I don't know, bro. It's like there's like chunks in here that like no matter what I do, they won't break apart. Bro, actually, bro, you know what? I got an idea. Give me 1 second.
GameFly is the best way to try new games. Rent it, love it, buy it at a discount.
I'm so sick of these fucking ads, bro.
Alright, y'all, so boom, check this out. So my whole game plan is I'm gonna get this hard ass rocks of sugar, of light brown sugar, and I'm gonna put it inside my food processor, and yeah, hopefully it just blends it up, and then it doesn't make it hard rock solid anymore. You feel me? So yeah, let's go ahead and add all these fucking hard rocks of fucking chunky in here, bro. Look at this, bro.
Don't just put.
Damn, bro. Yeah. Let's go ahead and blend it. All right, y'all. So boom.
Oh,
damn.
yeah.
It all worked out. You know what I'm saying? So boom. Let's go ahead and move it. Hold on. I low key might need to get a new bow, bro. I don't know if I'm using this shit. I ain't gonna lie. GG. See you in a second.
A few moments later.
All right, y'all. Boom. Anyways, let's go ahead and get a half a cup of brown sugar.
What about that?
Let's add some water in here.
There we go.
Let's mix it up. All right. Let's go ahead and get some eggs. Crack it in here. Yep. And let's mix it up. All right. Let's go ahead and get some vanilla extract.
Let's go. So that's where it starts. All right, let's fuck up the recipe.
That might have been too much. That's tough. Let's add some baking powder. Not too much though. Not too much though. All right, mix it up. All right, now let's add some salt. Mix it up. All right, after that, I need to get a half a cup of flour, I think. No, a 1.5 cup of flour. And then I need to add it. Yes, sir. Chef Mon in the motherfucking kitchen. All right, y'all, so boom. All I need to do is just add some,
I don't know. To me, that looked like a little too much flour. I don't know.
some chocolate chips and bacon. So, yeah. Mix it up. All right, y'all, so boom. All I need to do now is go ahead and put it in here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, this mold right here is the perfect size for it too, bro. That's crazy thing. But look, I'm gonna put this in the oven for like, I have no idea. However long the video said.
6.5 hours later.
All right, y'all, so my cookie brownies are finally ready, bro. Let's go ahead and try, bro. Let's see what this thing is hitting for. Bro, the chocolate just too big. I'm not gonna lie. It's way too big.
What?
The chocolate just too big. I'm not gonna lie.
Too
It's
thick.
way too big. Bro, I'm gonna give it being this shit right here is the definition of diabetes. Swear to God. God damn. It's like, bro, I'm basically eating a cookie, but just with the thickness of a brownie, bro. That's pretty much all it is, right? Yeah. All in all, I ain't gonna lie.
I don't think I'll try this though. I don't think I'll try to make something like this. I feel like it's a waste.
Diabetes scales?
If you're gonna make a cookie and make sure it's thin, crispy edges. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like a little chewy, just make sure it's like a little crispy chewy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that balance is there on that too. That's how I kind of like my chocolate chip cookie. I don't like all that extra airy, doughy. You know what I'm saying? They call it like soft cookies, but I just call it like I don't know. It's just a thick ass cookie. Don't nobody like that, bro.
This is a 10.
Or I don't.
This is a 10 on the diabetes.
I'm gonna just say I don't like that. Okay. Like a thin, crispy, chewy cookie. That's how I like it.
Scales. This is straight diabetes. Straight diabetes.
Before you scroll, listen to that crack. Yeah, I know. Make these ones.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Oh. Oh. Just hit me. Come on, come on.
Before you scroll, listen to that crack.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Make these once and no one will let you rest. Just make a quick.
Wait, so is that like basically like Tanghulu donuts?
No, nigga.
Go with the ingredients listed below. And don't be like me and forget to add your milk and yeast. Knead your dough and let it rise in a warm place for an hour. Then you're gonna cut out your donuts, let them rise a bit more, and fry them until they're golden. For the filling, I made a French vanilla pastry cream. If you want that recipe, let me know. And for the brulee top, make a caramel.
Okay, my nigga, like like lady, my baby. Like I'm supposed to be following your recipe to perfection. Like, come on, bro. I need that recipe, bro. I need it. Come on.
With sugar and water. Dip your donuts in before it cools and let it harden. I dare you to make this once without getting addicted. Just listen. Before you...
That might slap. I'll let it make that.
Not gonna lie. I really have to make that. Alright, y'all, so look, check this out. In the video, she didn't like show like the ingredients or like the steps to make the stuff, but she put she put like all the ingredients and all the steps I need to do to make the donut. She put all of that stuff in the description. And the first step that I'm gonna need to do is get like some milk, get like 3/4 cups of it. You feel me? Then I'm gonna need to warm it up.
Hi, I'm John Dinsmore. I'm the instructor for the UCF Split Stack Software Development Program.
But here's my thing. I've never tried to make donuts, so that might be tough in itself. So I can't even talk shit. The fact that he even trying and shit, kudos.
All right, so boom. All I need to do now is get some active dry yeast and add it in here. Let's mix it up. So 3.5 cups of flour. That is a lot. God damn. I'm just gonna add like 2 cups or like 1 cup.
Why the fuck is you like? Oh, okay, all right. Before I shit. Before I say anything, I'm gonna just assume he just making a little bit for himself, so he just measuring it small. Boom. That's what we going with.
So boom. Add some salt in here. Let's add 3/4 cup of sugar. Let's add some butter in here. Then let's add an egg. And now let's add my milk with yeast in here. Y'all, no cap. I'm over here thinking. I high-key followed every step to a T except for the flour, bro. I need like at least 1.5 more cup of flour, bro.
Why the fuck didn't you just do what that lady said in the first place? You see, this is why I get mad. This is this.
Just so I don't fuck up the recipe. You know what I'm saying? So let's add it in here. All right, let's go ahead and mix it for like 8 minutes, bro. This is gonna take a long time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I am hoping that the moment I turn this on, this doesn't just fly everywhere and just spill out. I'm hoping for that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Fuck this. I'm getting this, bro. Like, bro, I don't know why I didn't just put it in here, bro. Swear to God, like come on, bro. Like, dead ass. I'm over here fucking trying to do it with my hands, bro. Look, it's stuck on this, bro. Alright, so boom. Check this out, man. I'm gonna go ahead and blend this for like 8 minutes.
5 minutes later.
Alright, y'all, so boom, check this out, man. Yeah. This is literally stuck to the. That's tough. Like, come on, bro. What the hell? Like, come. Yeah. Look at this shit, bro. Man, shit is getting ridiculous out here, man. I swear.
Your ass ain't following instructions, dog. I don't know what's going on.
God damn.
Nah.
Alright, y'all. So look. All I need to do now is high key just cover this bitch up. You feel me? Boom. It's covered up. It's wrapped up like a condom. You know what I'm saying? So look. All I need to do is just let this chill, and I just need to let it rise. And then like once it's chilled and once it's ready, I can go ahead and just get to bake in it, and then I can make that some kudu creme brulee donut. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
1 hour later.
Alright, y'all. So look. So listen, man. It hasn't been an hour yet. It's only been like 30 minutes. Hold on. But look, it hasn't been an hour yet. It's only been like 30 minutes. But real talk, I gotta go on a date with my girlfriend in like an hour and a half. So like I gotta like make this faster. You know what I'm saying? So look.
Come on.
But, actually, let me not slap it on here. Let's add some flour on here first. So
All right. God damn.
let's start kneading it. All right, let's go ahead and cut out my little donuts. I'm sorry, I love it. I did not cheat. Believe me. I was just trying to get my diss up. I love baby. Ooh. Bro, I'm gonna keep it a bean. This does not look like the donuts that she made, but fuck it, bro. We bought.
The nigga made biscuits. These are biscuits. Like fried biscuits. These are not donuts, my nigga. What the what the fuck? Why does he do this?
So look, all I need to do now is just let me just go ahead and just poke a hole in.
Hey yo.
Just go ahead like finger tight shit.
The child. Look at the child.
All right, let me go ahead and get So boom, all this is pudding, bro. This is just vanilla pudding. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just fill this up with some vanilla pudding. Yeah, go ahead and get in there. Oh,
That bitch still hot. That's crazy.
yo, I'm wondering, should I low key not fill it up and just tongue hulu the top first and then fill up? Nah, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, go ahead and just.
No, why don't he just
this
follow?
up.
Just follow them.
All right, let's go ahead and add some sugar. Then I need to go ahead and add some water. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and dip it inside my tongue hulu. Y'all, it's finally ready, bro. Look at this. Hold on, how do I crack it? Do I gotta get a spoon? Hold on. Tight shit. Let's go ahead and try it, bro. Yo, no cap. This is good. But one problem. My cookie, like my dough inside did not cook. So yeah. That's the only problem. But besides that, it tastes good. But look, that's pretty much it for the video, y'all. Until next time, y'all enjoy yourself, mama.
Boy, you you better get checked out, cause I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to be eating raw dough like that. Get the fuck. Ruth's Chris is always terrible.
So I just went to Ruth's Chris, ordered a steak, asked for a medium. Let's see if they made it right. Off rip, you guys see nice, beautiful filet, extremely thick filet, slight char on the outside, not burnt at all. But I must say this is extremely thick piece of meat. Let's see what it's tasting like. I don't know if y'all see what I see, but I see great. This right here is a thick, well done piece of meat. However, the lid says medium. Best steakhouse in America? I think not. Highly overrated, bland, fat ass piece of meat, dry as fuck. Tastes like I'm eating wood chips. I can barely swallow this shit. And this is what y'all be hyped up over?
Ruth Chris be microwaving they steak. Thank you. The shit really don't be hitting for none.
Gray as fuck. Not worth the money.
Not at all. Them niggas at Ruth Chris be scamming. Like a motherfucker. Like, from experience, my boy.
I just made the most expensive box of donuts. Can I fill it up with as many donuts? Yeah. How many do you think we're gonna be able to fit on here? We need more. I think we're at like 45 donuts. She's unloading the full cart. 7 trays later. 200 donuts right here. 3 trays left.
200 donuts. 200 donuts. Please be feeding people. What would you feed them? I mean, yeah, nigga, it's breakfast.
Literally telling the person at the drive-thru that there's no more. They're already shutting down. You can go home early now. Anybody coming in to get Krispy Kreme, it's over. There's nothing left. Last row. 3, 2, and we're done. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your day, bro. I just made the most expensive.
That's beautiful. That's what I'm talking about. You don't do some obnoxious thing like that, you know. It'll be something good. I like that. That's cool. But to say it's $1,000 Krispy Kreme, you out your fucking mind. You know you spent less than that. But it's for the video, you know.
Hey, bro, is it cool if I get a pack of raw pepper longs, bro? $3, my guy.
Taste testing snacks from Turkey.
Today we try some of the most broke, nostalgic comfort foods that I grew up eating. First we got Armor Vienna sauce. Y'all ever drink the juice at the bottom?
My boy got content for days. But I'm not expecting this here. To where you decide to drink the juice from being a sausage can. That's nasty.
I did cinnamon toast, the most undefeated meal on the planet. Unmatched. Now this is rice. One day I tried ketchup. Most of y'all may not know nothing about this, but no peanut butter and
No, I don't know nothing about that.
syrup's all nice. Ooh. You get that perfect sweet and savory combination. Y'all remember the Kraft Box mac and cheese we used to cook on the stove? My dogs. Y'all remember this? Boy, so if y'all added ketchup, but here we go. Last but not least, fried bologna. X marks the spot. I think we about done. See what we did with the red ring around the bologna. We chewed it. 4 bolognas. Some use mustard.
4 bologna.
Some use ketchup. Then some of us Hellman's mayo. Y'all ever do this?
Yeah. But we didn't take the edges off. We ate the edges too.
I don't know, maybe that was just me. Today we try some of the most broke, nostalgic comfort food.
My man, I ain't seen you like you.
It appears that Disney.
That's funny.
These are Rosvarks. They're a faster acting, longer lasting prescription ED.
Hey, hold on, nigga. That's funny. Worst childhood snacks. That's funny as hell.
I haven't ate yet personally.
I should eat. I'm gonna get
You can go to Zaxby's and get a salad.
Salad? That's for you. That's not for me. I need some chicken. You say you lost some weight, right? Yeah, salad. Even you don't gonna lose weight, still eat salad.
I haven't ate yet personally.
I should eat. I'm gonna get
You can go to Zaxby's and get a salad.
salad. That's
Ray be saying some. Ray be saying some things, but he innocent. You know what I mean? He don't. Well, not no more. After all the shit I done seen, this nigga not innocent no more. He be saying the craziest shit. He be saying the craziest shit.
Castanet. Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh. Why you say that?
Man, him and that boy in the shower together. And then they gonna sit up and try to act like this what we do as homeboy. Never in the history of manhood or mankind have two strong boys got in the tub together. Unless y'all was in a polka house and everybody.
What the fuck do Charleston White come with his rules? Like,
Had to save water, but that water, you didn't stand up and shower.
Bro, there was one shower with two shower heads. One shower throughout the whole crib. Speed dirty ass didn't want to take no shower. The reason why he even got in there is because I was in the shower.
That is an unforgivable act. That's treason.
nah, I ain't gonna lie. He did make it worse. That's funny as hell. I was just about to say that. Why did you open your mouth and explain, pause? But no, why did you explain that? That's crazy. I mean, bro.
Castanet. Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh. Why you say that?
Man, him and that boy in the shower together. And then they gonna sit up and try to act like this what we do as homeboy. Never in the history of manhood or mankind have two strong boys got in the tub together. Unless y'all was in a
Man. That's fucking crazy. Sean Taylor, yeah. That's crazy, man. Yeah, boy. Man, the whole situation is crazy as hell. I ain't gonna lie. That shit crazy.
Charles here. The Diddy trial is underway. There have been opening statements, and there is now testimony in the case. And the opening statements kind of predictably laid out the prosecution's case and Diddy's defense. But what the prosecutors started with a bang, with a statement that clearly they knew would get a lot of headlines, but more importantly, get the attention of the jury, talking about details, graphic details from the freak-offs. And we should warn the people watching this, this is going to get graphic. Right. There's a reason that they last week kept saying that to all the prospective jurors, it will be graphic. What was said this morning by the prosecution said that Diddy hired escorts for these freak-offs, and that it wasn't just sex. There were other acts that were going on. The one they said that really got everyone's attention, they claimed that he hired escorts, on one occasion hired an escort and forced him to urinate on Cassie. And then that he forced not only the escort to do this, but...
What kind of bull is that? You gotta think about it. This is supposed to be your woman, right? Why in the fuck would you pay somebody else to use the bathroom on her? And another question: what's up with y'all and piss? What's going on? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with celebrities and peeing? All right, this is too much, man. I'm not with it. That shit is crazy. Using the bathroom on people is crazy, bro. Wow, he forced you to pee on the bed. So you could pee on command. You could just force a pee. Jesus Christ. Well, he be finding these things. But I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Diddy Force just different, okay? That sound different. That don't sound like you just gonna get beat up. You know, it's gonna be a quite the I don't want to say roller coaster. I don't want to say quite the ride. That shit just no Diddy to nothing. Jesus Christ. To everything. Sorry. Oh my God, yeah. This shit right here.
Cassie is the way the government lays it out. So we talked about this in our morning meeting today. So let's just be real here. This is shades of R. Kelly. And that reason they brought that up first. I mean, I don't think there's any question that R. Kelly paints a picture that kind of resonated with everybody. And the prosecution came out of the gate with something that sounded similar. They want to show him, they want the jury to see him see Diddy parallel to R. Kelly, who everyone knows is going to be in prison for almost all the rest of his life. And so, so if you got him convicted, of course, and that's you want it right, and that's effective. Yeah. They also, and I think this is going to become a really important part of this case on both sides. The prosecution painted Diddy as a violent, jealous man who could not handle any attention heaped on Cassie by any other man. Right. And that was part of their argument around the videotape, which obviously they mentioned as well. They talk about that beating, and the government was setting up what they know that Diddy's side is going to say this was not about.
The nigga ran out in just a towel. That's different. I mean, you can't really be like, oh, that's power. Nah, that's different. You expose your ass to anything, anybody. All that wind, and then you just out and exposed. Yeah, he a different kind of freak. That's a different kind of freak right there. You could just, I don't know, nigga. I'm too, I think about too much shit, bro. I had to be fully dressed to just walk out my door. Even if I'm going to like take the trash out real quick, I gotta be shirt, pants, all that. Yeah, that shit ridiculous. Shit, sometimes even in the house, I'm like that. Put clothes on, nigga. I don't know. I can't be that comfortable.
Forcing her to stay. This was an argument about jealousy, about she thought I was, but found another phone number. So the government is trying to rebut that already. Right? Well, yeah, and the defense already came out of the gate in their opening statements addressing that, and they are saying that Diddy is a violent man. They said that he has a huge anger issue, controlling his temper. They said there's domestic. Yes, they said yes, there was domestic violence. That's the key. That's the key. They are saying that this relationship was steeped in domestic violence, and they're alleging on both sides it was the nature of their relationship. Now, domestic violence is a crime, but it's a state crime. He's not being prosecuted for that. That's not what he's being prosecuted for. So that's also where reminded the jury of that. And that's why they're raising it right now. They're saying, look, we're conceding it. There was a lot of domestic violence, they say on both sides. But if you want to target Diddy for a domestic violence abuser, guilty as charged, it's just he's not charged here. This would have been a state crime. It's not your job. So they're coming out of the gate trying to diffuse what they know is coming next, which is the Cassie video. Right?
Yeah, and look, I think that's a pretty sound strategy to basically concede on the issues that they can't really win. There was some violence. That video tells a pretty vivid story, but that's not what he's on trial for. However, I think the prosecutors have a pretty interesting case. It sounds like they're sort of kink shaming video.
Yeah, kick the bit. That's crazy.
About his private affairs. But the further you get away from the norm, where you have escorts who are saying that they were maybe ordered to urinate on Cassie, it starts to look like it can't be consensual. And that's what they want to convince the jury, is that no one wants to be urinated on. So saying these were consensual terms of a relationship gets harder to believe to a juror once you've established that he's doing things so far outside of the norm.
Yeah, and so, you know, the
These motherfuckers say, well, you know, that's just normally how they get down. That's just a normal relationship. Ain't nobody finna save shit. Well, they not finna save notching. They say, oh, well, that's, you know, that's just the norm of their relationship. They finna try to get this nigga off. That shit sounded crazy as hell. That just go to show that they gonna paint it as he a freak, she a freak. But at the same time, you gotta realize, like, people ain't gonna really try to keep that picture in their head. They gonna try to make sure she is as innocent as possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like that's just how that shit gonna go. But Jesus. But he got money for days, so I'm pretty sure he we'll see how this turn out, man. That's crazy. They say Logan Paul is crashing out. It's gonna be quick. Bad.
For breaking that curse. And so after the first day, basically everyone was losing their ass in that casino. It didn't matter if you were playing the slots, the tables. My parlay was busting on like the first team. Pause. I mean, I think at that point I was already down like $800. And so then it was like, well, what else can me and my uncle do besides head to the sports book and get drunk off the drink tickets? And so we're chilling there. We've already ordered like 5 whiskey straights. It was his idea, okay? I was like, God damn. And I make the stupid decision to actually check my email on vacation. This is something that historically never works out well for me. It's almost like every time I decide to go away from my home, from these 4 sacred walls, YouTube just sends me a fucked up email. Not saying that I ever really want to get an email like that, but it's much easier to handle that type of thing if I am home. Now, either way, this email is titled Privacy Complaint. I've gotten a couple of these before in the past, usually when I had made a video about someone who was not necessarily a public figure, and they essentially wanted it pulled from my channel for whatever reason. And so in these types of emails, they have a link to the video that the privacy complaint is about, and then they actually show you the actual timestamps where the privacy complaint apparently occurred. And so I click into the video and I see that it's actually my most recent upload at that time, my recent coverage of the ongoing Logan Paul versus CoffeeZilla saga. And so when I see that, I'm like, oh man, Logan's on some shit. And I checked the timestamps, and apparently Logan, or maybe his legal team, had some sort of issue with me including those leaked text messages in that video.
Note that privacy complaints can only be made by you if the content is specifically about you. There are only a few exceptions to this, like if the privacy violation involves someone you're legally authorized to represent.
And you guys have to keep in mind, those leaked messages were from publicly available court documents. Like, they are available for you to go check out on your computer or phone at this second. And either way,
My boy went the legal route. I mean, Logan did it first, but to be prepared. Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna keep having a good time. I'll worry about this shit later. Now, when later did come around at like 2 or 3 in the morning, which is like 4 o'clock a.m. at Texas time, I was tired as shit. So I went on the little YouTube tool. I tried to blur out some of the text messages. I cut some of the other stuff out. And I figured, okay, hopefully that suffices. Like, I don't really want to worry about this shit. Well, then the next day, I actually received a follow-up email from YouTube that basically said, hey, the changes that you made, they were not sufficient enough. We're going to give you another chance to fix this, which I'm very thankful for, even though I don't really think I'm in the wrong. And so then I'm just like, screw it. I know how wonky YouTube can be with their policies. I just go to the chopping block and just start splicing that shit up. I mean, at this point, that video represents like a mutilated body. And so then I do enjoy the rest of my time in Vegas. But when I got back home a couple of days ago, I did get more curious about this privacy complaint. Because honestly, guys, I thought it was some bullshit. And upon further inspection and looking into other people who had made videos on this topic, it appears that this had been done in like a grand sweeping fashion. As I noticed, several other commentary channels like Some Ordinary Gamers, Kavos, they all had to edit their videos as well, meaning I likely thought they received the same privacy complaint. And like I said earlier, these type of complaints have to come either directly from the person or their legal team who feels their privacy is being violated. And it's funny because in the regulations for filing a privacy complaint, YouTube does take into consideration whether something is newsworthy, whether someone is a public figure, or whether the information you shared in your video was already available to the general public.
Note that when it
Apparently
comes to
not.
determining if content should be removed for a privacy violation, we also look at factors like public interest, newsworthiness, consent, and whether the information is otherwise publicly available, whether the content contains parody, satire, or other public interest value, and whether you're a public figure or well-known individual.
Which, if I'm doing the math in my head, well, I'm 3 for 3 on all those check marks. In that video, I did not divulge any of Logan's financial information. I did not dox him. And like I said, with him being a public figure, all that other shit really does not matter. I mean, honestly, I was pretty much just reading the court documents verbatim and then giving my opinion on what they were saying. And obviously, with
I don't know, man. Like, I know Logan worked hard for what he has, right? But at the same time, if you out here just being a damn douchebag, don't be surprised if people gonna hop on you when you down. You know what I mean? Like, it's messed up, but I don't know. That's just how life go for some reason. Even if you're doing good, negativity still come your way. But if you out here just doing like just messed up shit, you know what I mean? Just being wild, you know. And then you're not your brother's keeper. That's another thing. Logan be on some bull sometimes. So, you know. Shit, I really hope they get their relationship together. You know what I mean? Gots to. You know.
We're waiting for the game
Even
to
though they
start. I'm
both like,
talking to B.
boy, shut up. Even though, I don't know why I say it like that. But yeah, they brothers, man. Even though they both popping on the internet, doing their thing, when they cut this shit off, bro, they still gotta be family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just gotta make sense. Like, I understand, like, some siblings got beef or whatever, but if you can fix that shit, fix it. That's how I look at it.
Roy. Now me and Big Roy chopping it up. And Isaiah walk in. You know, he dapper Big Roy. So I went in and give him the hug, and he was like, so I backed back. Like, what's happening? And then he started telling me, I don't like what you said. Me, I don't give a what you talking about, young fella. Get your punk ass on in the game and get to playing fall. Whoop your ass up in here. I got my cats right here. Big Jenny's right there.
There's no way. I mean, you know, this is Gil. Yeah, let me shut the fuck up. This is Gil.
The cameraman back there, I knew they was gonna do shit, but they was gonna record this. He must thought I was what, Skip Bayless and Rachel Nichols or something, right? That he could pull up on old GA. I had to look that man up and down, boy. You better ask about me, young fella. You better check my police record. Shit. That's what I was thinking in my mind when he pulled up. Reality was kind of like this. Oh, hey, big fella, because he was bigger than I thought. And then he came with like Debo energy. I was so scared that when he was in the game, I was clapping for that. Good shot, boy. We're waiting for the game to start. I'm talking.
The nigga, see, that's why I said I had to wait. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. I was like, let me wait. I'm like, nah, this is Gil. I knew it. boy. That man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know when these niggas became so fucking hilarious. Like every NFL, I mean not NFL, NBA nigga right now that's doing podcasts is hilarious. But it seemed like the only nigga that's angry. Let me not even say it, cause he might get mad at nigga saying this. Like that's you know I'm a nobody, so probably won't even see it. I love how Travis Hunter and Shador wearing the same number. It's pretty cool. Hey, he was great in Longest Yard. I ain't gonna lie. Hold on.
I was the smallest man in the Big East. I literally weighed like 165 pounds. And this man was like, yo, you got to get stronger.
Jeremy? All right. Maybe he just painting his nails, y'all. Maybe he just painting his nails. That's what all the young niggas doing now. They painting nails. It's art. It's art.
Yeah, 165 pounds is insane, bro.
I mean, I was.
And he got them different colors. It's art, Renzo. It's art.
I was trying, but he's like, yo, get stronger, motherfucker. I'm like, damn.
Coach, you recruited me, motherfucker.
Right. Like, you said you loved me.
The nigga said, you said you love me. I just didn't know. All right? That's what happened to me. Okay? That's why I'm reacting like this. I didn't know. Right? Great fucking player. You know what I'm saying? This they catch shoot. I was watching the nigga at UConn. I'm just saying I was a fan. I'm a fan. But yeah, this just threw me off a little bit. I'm very happy, my boy can live his life. You know what I'm saying? Because around the time, if he did, come out a little bit, it was just, around that time, it wasn't as accepted, okay? But what I'm saying is, just threw me off guard. That's all. Just shout out to the brother. I ain't seen him in a long time. That's another thing. I ain't seen Jeremy Lamb in so long, so they can get thrown off. That shit happens. Empanada tacos. What we talking about? That sounds good.
Y'all said these are the best tacos in the city. I'm here to see if you're a flat-faced liar. Went to a spot called Bella Luna. First off, shout out to the one lady in there making all this food. She was hit pretty hard by some current events. That's all I'll say about that. So I want to show her some love. They basically open up their empanadas and they make them taco shells. Sexy concept. Just total sensuality. Juicy, shredded chicken, seasoned an empanada shell is a beast. The crunch on it, dunk it in the sauce. Boy, beef,
Boy.
Juicy. Have you ever had a taco made with an empanada shell? This is an avocado aioli? What? Holy shit. She called this one the Colombiana. What? It is so pillowy, so like delicate. It reminds me, it's like they fried the tamale filling, and you got that seasoned ground beef. There's onions and garlic in there. Y'all come try this place out. Y'all said these are the best tacos.
Fuck. I got that. That sounds good.
My mom said.
Yeah, that sounds good. 19 rappers who tragically died after Vlad TV interview. Fuck. Boy, these compilations. Yeah, that's what it's called. They're crazy. Wow. I'll definitely eat an empanada taco. That sounds gooder than a bin. Wow. But yeah, man, Anthony Edwards might be the face of the league. Might be. Fuck it, he is, man. That motherfucker turned up. And he closed out the Warriors. That's big. I ain't gonna lie, this Diddy shit is all over the feed today. Oh, nigga. About time y'all start saying something about the K Showtime, nigga. I've been saying this for the longest time. Like, I hate watching Cub videos, bro. Cause he, like, I don't know, like, nigga just can't play ball, just hoop. Just hoop, please. And basketball was just basketball. That was when it was fun. Okay? But this shit nowadays, man. These former 5 stars just went undrafted. Hey, let's tap into this too, because this shit is kind of.
A few days ago, I posted a video
Yeah,
where
this
I
is
talked
kind of
about every pick.
hilarious. Because, boy, this go to tell you, like, when you playing against guys your own age, that shit don't matter. Like, especially if you trying to go to the pros. You know. That's just how I look at it. Because, like, yeah, 5 star, that's cool. But then you get around other 5 stars. Let me see how you really look, you know? But this motherfucker right here, he is the poster child.
From the first round of the 2025 NFL Draft. I went player by player and talked about what star recruits they were coming out of high school. For most of the first round, they were either 5 or 4-star recruits, which just proves the point that a lot of these outlets are legit when trying to predict talent. Unfortunately, there are usually a number of misses as well. Today, we're going to be taking a look back at some notable 5-star recruits who didn't even hear their name called but an answer on
Oh, like, what's
college
going on with
football.
here?
College football disappointment. Per 24/7 Sports, he was the number 1 quarterback recruit of his class and the number 2 overall recruit in the country. He was already locked and loaded to be the number 1 quarterback of the NFL draft for whatever year he would declare. Unfortunately, his career didn't come anywhere close to where the high expectations were for him. Early on in his career, it looked like he was in fact going to be the real deal. In his first real opportunity in 2020, he threw for 350 yards with 2 touchdowns against Boston College. The following week, he went on the road to Notre Dame and threw for 450 yards with 3 total touchdowns. Clemson lost the game in double overtime, but to go to Notre Dame as a true freshman and post those numbers was insane. Uiagalelei was named the starting quarterback for Clemson in 2021, and the expectations were sky high.
And look at his fucking feet. Like, I understand, like, he practicing, but even, like, with him, like, setting his feet the way that he does, like, this motherfucker was getting sacked. He could not get out the pocket at all. Like, it was, I don't know, like, it's devastating because watching this motherfucker be ranked so high and like he just plummeted every single season. Hate to see it.
Right. He was a Heisman favorite, and Clemson was expected to compete for a national championship.
In the fake point.
But his debut season was a total disaster. He ended his season completing only 55% of his passes, throwing for 2,200 yards in 13 games with only 9 passing touchdowns and 10 interceptions. I mean, those numbers are terrible for a starting quarterback at an FCS program, but getting those numbers from the #1 quarterback recruit at Clemson, those were just insane. Uiagalelei improved on those numbers in 2022, but he didn't take the next step that a lot of people were hoping for. He threw for 2,500 yards in 13 games. His season and Clemson career ended on a horrible note. In the season finale against South Carolina, he completed only 8 of 29 passes as they fell to the Gamecocks by a point. Then in the ACC title game, he completed only 2 of 5 passes before he was benched in favor of Cade Klubnik. And that would be the end of Uiagalelei's career at Clemson. He transferred to Oregon State that offseason, looking to turn things around.
And then got that big ass Jesus piece and was absolute trash. This is the shit that NIL has done. Yeah. Yeah. All these awards. You know, nothing for it, bro.
Despite being in a new program, his numbers were nearly identical with the Beavers. In 12 games, he completed only 57% of his passes for 2,600 yards and.
You want to talk about rage bait? Just watching the CuZo, boy, that's yeah. You want to talk about rage bait? That is it right there. DJ pissed me off.
21 passing touchdowns. That offseason, he entered the transfer portal once again and ended up at Florida State. And this is when things turned into a true disaster.
Big Cinco. I'm sorry for pausing so many times. This shit right here really like blow my fucking mind. Like then I'm like, okay, cool. You did a little bit some at Oklahoma State, right? I think that's where you went. Who cares? And then I'm like, okay, cool. You coming back? You come to Florida State? I turn up in the bed. You know what I'm saying? And then you shit the bed on week 0.
Appeared in only 5 games before he suffered a season-ending injury. Florida State won 1 in 4 of those games, and they ultimately finished the 2024 season as one of the worst teams at the FBS level. In his 5 games, he completed only 54% of his passes for 1,000 yards. He had 4 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Overall, he finishes his collegiate career with 53 games. He completed 58% of his passes while throwing for 9,400 yards. He had 61 passing touchdowns and 30 interceptions. He ended up signing with the Chargers as an undrafted free agent. Honestly, though, he should just have stuck with baseball. He was actually drafted by the Dodgers a couple years ago as a pitcher. Football clearly isn't going to work out, so he might as well try things out in baseball and see how that ends up. Another one of the biggest busts of the last few years is former wide receiver Julian Fleming, coming out of high school.
Oh, that's right. Like I'm talking about Matt. Okay. See, I was wondering how many times like a freshman was gonna keep getting spots on the team, and this nigga was there the whole time. I was wondering what was going on with that.
He was
even Brandon Ennis saw the field before this motherfucker. I'm like, what's going on?
Ranked as the #1 wide receiver of his class and the #4 overall recruit. He spent 4 seasons at Ohio State before he transferred to Penn State in 2024. Overall, he finished his career with only 93 catches, 1,100 yards, and 8 receiving touchdowns. Most people would have projected those to be his numbers over the course of only 1 season. Instead, he posted those numbers over the course of 5. His best season.
Wait, so if he a receiver, why y'all showing a defensive highlights?
Came in 2022 when he caught 34 passes for 500 yards and had 6 receiving touchdowns. The craziest part of Fleming being so terrible at Ohio State was the fact that he was by far the highest rated wide receiver recruit the Buckeyes have landed during this recent run of wide receiver dominance. Yet, he was the worst of the bunch. After the draft, Fleming signed with the Packers as an undrafted free agent. We'll stick on wide receivers, where Brew McCoy was the #1 wide receiver of the 2019 class. He was also rated as the #10 overall recruit in the country. He began his career at USC, where he appeared in 6 games in 2020. He caught 21 passes for 250 yards and had 2 receiving touchdowns. But that would be it for him with the Trojans. He was kicked off the team and missed all of the 2021 campaign after being arrested for a domestic violence incident. He then transferred to Tennessee in 2022, where he actually had a pretty solid debut campaign and looked like he was going to live up to the hype. He caught over 50 passes for 700 yards and had 4 receiving touchdowns. He was one of the top weapons on Tennessee's offense, but as it turned out, that would be the best season of his collegiate career. In 2023, McCoy would appear in only 5 games after a leg injury ended his season. Even in those 5 games, he really didn't do all that much, as he only caught 17 passes for 200 yards. He returned fully healthy in 2024, but despite having a top quarterback recruit in Nico Iamaleava, McCoy didn't produce all that much. He appeared in 12 games, catching only 40 passes for 500 yards with 2 receiving touchdowns. Overall, Brew McCoy finished his collegiate career with 130 catches, 1,600 yards, and 9 receiving touchdowns. And as of right now, he hasn't been signed by an NFL team. Marcel Brooks was the number 2 linebacker of the 2019 class and was the number 17 overall recruit. He began his career at LSU.
Class of 2019. All right. So you probably got like an extra year, you know?
Where he spent 1 season before transferring to TCU. As a freshman at LSU in 2019, he appeared in 11 games, but he only finished with 8 tackles. He transferred to TCU, where he appeared in only 6 games in 2020, primarily on special teams. In 2021, he had only 1 tackle as he tried to make the transition to wide receiver while also contributing on special teams. Overall, he finished with 5 catches for 50 yards that season. He was limited by injury to only 3 games in 2022. In those 3 games, he recorded only 5 tackles after a season-ending injury cut his year short. Brooks then appeared in 10 games in 2023 and 10 games in 2024, but he managed to have only 12 tackles during those 20 games. Overall, he finished his collegiate career with 28 total tackles in 48 games played, and he hasn't signed with an NFL team after the draft. Damon Demas committed to Texas A&M.
Ah, man. Oh, man, Hollywood. The way this nigga pissed me off, too. I'm talking about potential.
He was ranked as the number
and just fucked it all up.
Number 4 wide receiver recruit of the 2020 class. He appeared in 4 games as a freshman in 2020, but he didn't log a single catch. He then appeared in 9 games in 2021 before an injury ended his season. He caught 15 passes for 250 yards and had a receiving touchdown. His breakout performance came against New Mexico, where he had only 2 receptions, but he had 100 receiving yards and a touchdown. He ended his season with a 5-catch performance against Ole Miss. Unfortunately, he dealt with numerous off-field issues and was dismissed from the Texas A&M program that offseason. He hinted at possibly ending up in Nebraska, but it looks like he ended up at Garden City Community College, where he didn't really post solid numbers. Based on the website, he finished the 2023 season with only 29 catches. I'm not sure if he played it all in 2024, but if I were to guess, his football career is probably over. Trey Sanders was the number 2 running back of the 2019 class and the number 14 overall.
That shit unfortunate, bro. Like, just focus on your craft for 4 fucking years. That's it. That's all the fuck you have to do, bro. That's it.
Recruit. He committed to Alabama at a high school where he spent the first 3 seasons of his career. His best season came in 2021 when he was the backup running back to Brian Robinson Jr. That season, Sanders ran the ball 70 times for 300 yards and 2 scores. His best game came in Alabama's playoff game against Cincinnati when he ran the ball 14 times for 70 yards and a touchdown. But Sanders quickly fell down the depth chart in 2022, and he finished his season with only 14 rushing attempts. After 3 seasons with the Tide, he entered the transfer portal and ended up at TCU. He did have 6 rushing touchdowns for the Horned Frogs in 2023, though he had only 48 carries. His workload decreased significantly in 2024 as he finished the year with only 13 carries. Overall, he finished his collegiate career with only 180 carries, as nearly half of those came in 2021. He ran for 750 yards and had 9 rushing touchdowns. As of right now, it looks like an NFL team hasn't picked him up. We'll wrap up today's video with offensive lineman Logan Brown, who was the number 1 offensive lineman recruit back in the 2019 class. He was also the number 7 overall recruit in the country. He began his career at Wisconsin.
That's pretty clean. But yeah, man. Just keep working, bro. The 5-star recruits don't mean shit. So Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's this shit right here, bro. Whatever you want to do, bro. Just do that shit. Like I don't know what more I can actually say. The only thing that's really stopping you is you. Shit, I can be the main advocate for that shit, dog. I'll be fucking myself up by not producing. Right? Procrastinating, all types of shit, laziness, all that. That's the only thing that's really like, yeah, that's really just holding me back. But I'm telling you, mark my words, bro. Shit gonna change. Yeah. At least make that promise to yourselves. So have a good night, man. Peace.